We look like we are that. We're that. Hi, Eric.
Hi.
All right. Let me start the credits. I'm a little bit early, but I don't think it'll matter. Let me start the credits.
About everything. I got it.
Then it will just be a little more later
Why will she be a little more later?
because we're starting early, right? I don't know.
We're starting now. Good evening, everyone out there in the interweb. Tonight is virtual wine tasting in the era of post-coronavirus. It is September 26th, 2023. And tonight we're doing the Moon Mountain District at AVA in Sonoma Valley. And many of us have wines from the same district.
Birthday's only a week
Stop it. Okay. So I am your host, David Mayer, the wino snob of Wine is Life. And here. That
Work.
And here is our tasting panel for this evening. They are not smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling at all. They haven't had their wine yet. That's the problem.
That
So
is a problem.
Oh,
Let's-
Dorothy's here. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hi.
Well, we'll introduce everybody and let everyone tell us about themselves. And
Before we do that, I have a question about that picture that you. So that's some stock photograph you found someplace.
yeah,
It's amazing that no one in that picture is smiling. There's not even a hint from the kids that there's even any mischievous thing going on in their mind.
Did you ever see the movie A Million Ways to Die in the West? I
don't think
totally
so.
recommend it. It's one of the funniest movies. But they talk about that because back then they had to hold still while the plate was being exposed. And in that movie, they're talking about, there was a person that actually smiled while their picture was being taken. And they're all cracking up. Oh, you can't do that. What do you mean smile? Is that, yeah. Are we smiling? Anyone smiling here? I think most people are smiling.
Well, it had to be exposed for a considerable amount of time. So it wasn't like instantaneous. It
wasn't like they didn't have an iPhone or something. Digital. We'll start with Bill and Dorothy because Bill and Dorothy are always first on.
Okay.
All right, we are drinking from the Moon Mountain AVA and Amapola Creek from Monte Rosso Vineyards. So Richard Arrowwood is the owner of this thing, and David has certainly been there, but the rest of you probably not, but in Sonoma there is an Arrowwood winery, but he sold it when he got this thing going. So it's a 2017 Old Vines in, 15.5%
it's a
alcohol.
2012.
2012, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my
2012
Wow.
Old Vines in, 15.5 on the alcohol.
Wow.
And there's a ton of descriptors that scare me off a little bit, but I'm picking up some of it. So he says, or whoever writes the prose, the nose opens on tiny red berries with nuance of cedar, then raspberries, red currants, and a hint of blueberry jam, a rich bed of tannins and bracing acidity. So front of the palate is crisp with characters of tart Rainier cherries, and I can't find that in my palate. Mellows into soft brambleberries and cocoa. Unfined and unfiltered, and it says on the website, cellar up to 15 years. So we aren't quite 15 years yet, so
That's good.
it's pretty good.
But
Well,
it's
you might
very,
be
very
getting-
dark.
You may not be
Dark,
getting
dark,
all
dark.
those notes, Bill, because this is a 11-year-old bottle of wine, so you're getting tertiary characteristics too.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But on the website, this one's still available. I mean, I got it from wines.com, but
Oh, yeah.
surprisingly,
How is it?
it's pretty good. It
Have you
really
had
is.
11 years? Did you buy it 11 years ago?
No, he just got
No, I
it.
just got it from wine.com, a few weeks ago. But I like it. We'll see. It probably opens a little bit more in the glass as this event carries on.
It
Does
doesn't,
it-
there's no old taste to it at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. Do you?
No.
Well, it
Does
was
it
funny
feel
when
hot? Does
Bill,
it feel hot? Does it feel high alcohol to you?
What are you doing?
Where are we going to get the acid, David? Is that on the finish? I think I ask
Acid
you
will
this
be on
every
this-
week because I can't.
Acid
figure it
will be
out.
on the side, like this, the side of your
Okay.
right in here and on the, actually right here. It's high acid,
Okay.
you'll get that. But one good thing is it's got high alcohol, but it's also high acid, which is a good thing for longevity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's holding up so far, so that's good.
Sounds good. And I know you're a good one to know because you like red wines a lot, especially Zin. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. We'll slide over to, well, let's go to Karen because I think you were second on board tonight.
Was
I
I?
think so.
Okay, I am non-compliant.
Again?
But hey, I'm here. So I have next week's wine.
Okay.
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 Daenerys. Guess it only because I'm not gonna be here next week. So I figured I'd drink it this week.
Why
So
not?
it's a Chardonnay. And it says it's a
Very
buttery,
easy to do it
it's
on the
buttery. So I don't know. Haven't tried it yet. This says something about
With the wine on.
apple flavor. It's 13.5 and it's a 2019 Chardonnay.
Nice. Nice. Very nice.
Oh, what a great.
Hey.
Madison's awake.
Oh,
Madison's
wow.
awake.
Hi,
Madison.
cutie.
How's everyone?
Hey.
Yeah, good. Hi.
Better now that you're here. Look at that.
Yeah.
How cute.
Madison
Yeah,
survived her road trip to Mendocino County.
We did. Well, we were actually, so we're on vacation right now. We're actually in a timeshare in Clear Lake. We have some family friends who live here, and they actually have quite a few wineries in the area.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But one really good college friends lives in Eureka. So we drove halfway up and met her at this really fun little burger joint in the Redwoods on Sunday. And then we spent the night in Fort Bragg. And on the way back to Clear Lake, we drove through Mendocino County and stopped in Mendocino for lunch. And we didn't have time to do any wine tasting, unfortunately, but we did drive through Anderson Valley, which was really
nice.
pretty. And we
It
really
is.
enjoyed it. And I found, oh, I gotta find the picture for you guys. We were driving in the Redwoods, getting closer to the valley, but we didn't realize it yet. And we found this little, I don't know if you can see it. Is she flopping? Sorry. We found this little like hole in the wall, like shop in the Redwoods
Ah.
that
Oh.
had an amazing wine section.
Oh,
Yes, they
And they
do.
were selling local wines. And so
Oh,
I
wow.
bought,
Yeah,
I
very
think,
nice.
6 bottles of wines that I think represent 6 of the different AVAs. And it was just really fun. And the owner was there and he was like, "You're the customer of the day." Because I bought
Nice.
wine.
Nice.
I was telling him
We
about it.
stopped in there
how
and bought
excited I
several
was.
also.
But probably not the same place.
I think so. It looked
Did
like
you
it.
go to the
No.
same place?
No, we stopped
It
in,
looked familiar
we
to
stopped
me.
in Boonville.
Was it in
Okay.
Boonville? Not in Boonville.
Or was it just before Boonville?
Like Navarro. That
It's
looks like
called-
Navarro. Was that in
Was that-
Navarro?
No, I
It
think it
was
was just before
called-
Boonville. It was like, it wasn't in town. It was just like in the middle of the
No,
Redwoods.
this was in town.
It's
Okay,
called
probably a different
Navarro
one then. It
Store,
just
though.
looked like
Who
the one
said
we stopped
Navarro?
at.
It's called Navarro Store.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we
Yeah.
stopped at the Disco Ranch.
That looks familiar to me
And
because
it's
that's
got this cool little guy in front, like
Oh.
carved into the tree.
Ah,
oh,
So
it's
anyways,
cool.
we had fun.
Good.
nice.
Good.
Sorry, I took over when I logged on.
That's okay.
fine. We're enjoying watching Madison.
Madison,
Yes, we
yeah,
are.
she's more alert now and interacting, and she's had a really fun stage.
Yeah.
Six to
Grandma's over here. That's who she's looking at.
Oh, okay. Well, since
6
we've
to
got
9
you.
Go ahead.
What? Go
I
ahead.
said 6 to 9 months is my favorite stage. Love that stage.
She's just turned 4 months.
Yeah, so I got 2 more months and you're
4
really
months.
well, enjoy every stage.
We are.
So since we're talking to you, Jenny, why don't you go ahead and do your thing and
I have a Valley of the Moon Pinot Gris Viognier
oh, interesting.
that I actually bought at my local market. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm intrigued by the blend. 2021, 13.5% alcohol, and it says bright, fun, fruity.
Right, fun.
You have to tell me how that feels on the palate because Pinot Gris and Viognier both have bitter phenolics. So see if you get some bitterness.
Bitterness.
no.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but
Okay. And where are you broadcasting from today?
from Nice, California on Clear Lake.
Oh, okay. Up on the lake. Nice. Yeah. Nice. And Nan and Scott.
Scott and Nan from Waynesburg, Ohio, and we're drinking this Lewis M. Martini from Monte Rosa vineyards that Bill and Dorothy were so kind to send us because we couldn't find a wine. It's a 2017. Bill, I was just looking it up. Good thing you didn't buy the 2015. It was a lot more. I didn't find the alcohol. I didn't see what it was, but it's got a heck of a finish. It's very good.
Nice. And Eric and Sharon?
I'm just admiring that.
Yeah, we're looking at the baby first.
Eric and Sharon from Los Gatos, we're non-compliant because we have wines that we need to drink. Actually, we have a lot of wines that we need to drink only because we have too much. I was reading this and it's 15
cute.
points. Here, hold on a second. This is what it is. Sorry, honey. Oh, I can read it. Go ahead. The bottom has. what's
So
it?
this is an old vine, Dry Creek Valley Zinfandel, Red Rooster, 2019. Truetthurst Winery is nestled in the quiet heart of the pastoral Dry Creek Valley, one of the smallest American viticulture areas. It doesn't say much else, just talks about, oh, it says Italian Swiss colony.
Down here it says.
Oh, it's in Asti?
It says Truett Ranch turning into the first vineyards, the historical Italian Swiss colony brand, which has distinctive palate and dedication to perfection. Phil Hurst has been crafting wines, growing grapes, and building wine brands for over 30 years. Red Rooster is a blend of dry farmed old vine Zinfandel from hillside vineyards in the Dry Creek Valley. Fresh cracked pepper spice marries perfectly with robust flavors of blackberry pie, crushed red raspberry, and toasted graham cracker.
Yeah,
Toasted graham cracker.
I can't taste of the.
Rich and concentrated, this wine will pair well with barbecue pork ribs.
Ooh.
There we go.
So it's very nice. Actually, we drank a 2013 Engelmuck.
Straw.
No,
RC.
no. What year was the Zin we drank? With the spaghetti?
2000.
2013. Yeah.
Eric said,
Oh,
what?
I think that's supposed to be a good year of the Zen, isn't it?
It was really, really good.
Really good.
And that was the last bottle we had, I found out.
Oh no, I think when we were at the Zinfandel dinner a couple of years ago, weren't they selling the 13 or pouring the 13? I don't know. It rings a bell for some reason.
It was really nice. It was really, really very nice. We were very happy with it. I also noticed in our cellar that it's before they started making the Panino. It's a 2001 Zin.
Wow.
I'm assuming that should be drank pretty.
The estate. Yes, I think so. I think so. So are you going to the
Yep.
dinner this weekend? Okay. And Jenny, you're not going?
No, it's
Oh.
the events, in all honesty, are out of our price range now. Like they just
Oh.
keep increasing the prices and we can't afford to go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
someday.
a long
maybe
time
we'll
ago, they
splurge.
used to be free.
No.
Well, we donated some blood so that we could.
Maybe a kidney or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharon can't donate things though, so.
So I just go and drink the wine.
Eric can double up for you.
Are you gonna be there, David, or?
I will be on campus. I don't think I'm working that night. I think Kenton is actually working that night.
That's yet, huh?
Okay.
The event doesn't start until 7. Should we come early to say hi to
What
you?
it starts at what time? 7?
7:00.
That's late.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. I will be long gone by then, hopefully.
What time do you leave?
But we have to come pick up our shipment, so we might do that
Okay.
before.
We can do that on
I
Saturday.
I'm either out between 6 and 6:30 usually, especially on a Saturday.
Maybe we'll come on, but we need to make a reservation. Remember, you can't get in without a reservation.
I can't get in anyway because those freaking things don't work for me. It's like something in my blood or something won't let it open the gate.
But
You
you're
know
right.
how to get it. You know how to go around that though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you just go down the road and go in the.
Not online. We don't know who's listening.
Ease on down the road.
Yeah.
Got nothing that can be a heavy load.
Oh, good. You're tuning up. Good, because we actually have 2 songs tonight. I got 2. Oh, the babies.
I think
babies
Madison's
sing
gonna
along.
sing.
Oh, she's tuning her thumb.
Uh-oh,
Oh no.
that's not good.
I've got 2 songs for you, Eric.
For 2 songs?
2 songs.
Okay, that's nice.
Hello, I'm David from Fremont, and tonight I'm drinking a Corbin Cameron.
We can't see
From-
it.
Can't see it.
Down a little.
There.
There we
There
go.
you
Go.
That's a long bottle.
It's Corbin Cameron. It's a Merlot 2016. It's from Moon Mountain AVA, and it's a state grown, 14.5 alcohol, and it's from the Moon Ridge Vineyard. Moon Ridge. And it says this 19-acre family-owned estate sits majestically on the Mayacamas Mountains, bisected by the Napa Sonoma County line. The rolling hillside have been meticulously planted to all 5 Bordeaux style varietals. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I don't drink. I used to drink a lot more Merlot than I do now, but this was a nice little find.
There was a time back in the 70s when we first started drinking.
No,
or
it was
80s. When I saw we drank. more, it
90s.
Merlot.
It was the 90s.
Came the 90s. I'm getting too old to remember the years.
Everything is
Yes.
a blur.
That Steamers was all. Merlot.
I can't remember the last time I had a purely Merlot. So that's interesting. So let's learn a little bit about the Moon Mountain AVA. Shall we?
Yes, please.
Well, this looks familiar.
Smiling. That one, right? The lady that's right next to the Valley of the Moon something reserve. She's a little
I want to
smiling.
know how they got this little one here to just sit there long enough.
Because he's drinking wine.
I keep thinking that pretty soon the hand's gonna go like this to the. Can I do that on air? It's recorded, right?
Yeah. So here's the first song. This one that just came to me was that why didn't I think about this earlier? So it's Moon Mountain to the tune of Moon River from the wonderful movie Breakfast at Tiffany's with Audrey Hepburn. There she is.
You want me
having-
to sing this? Are you kidding me?
Singing Moon River. Not Andy Griffith.
Moon Mountain,
Higher than a vine.
higher than a vine. I'm drinking you in style with wine. Oh, dream drinker, you glass breaker, whatever you're drinking, I'm drinking with you. Two glasses off to see the caves. There's such a lot of caves to see. We're after the same vineyard's end, waiting round the bend, my Cabernet friend, Moon Mountain and me.
Yay!
Good song, David.
Hey, beautiful.
That's not good.
You sang it better than Audrey Hepburn.
Oh.
Do you know the story behind that? They were going to cut the song, and Truman Capote, who wrote Breakfast at Tiffany, says, "You cut the song, you can't make the movie."
Yeah,
You
that's
can't-
not what he said, but yeah,
Something like that. Something
something
like,
like that.
yeah. That
Paraphrasing.
I've heard too many interviews with Truman Capote.
He
he
doesn't
said
talk
something
that
like that. I don't. Yeah, paraphrasing. Yeah.
Cut the song.
Anyway, and
Bless you. Sorry.
so there's another song.
Okay, Eric, you're on.
Well, let's see what it is first.
Okay, let's see what we got here. From the Games
Hi.
People Play by Joe South. It's the wines people drink.
Don't know that song. I'm sure
You
I
know-
will hear it, but I don't know it.
Really?
Don't have a clue.
Right?
Who doesn't have a clue?
I know
I
the,
don't.
Really? This is like growing up song. This is like in the 70s. Okay, well, we don't have to-
let's see. Oh, the wines people
now
drink
I'm remembering.
now, every night and every day now, never knowing what they like now, and never liking what they know. And they while away the hours and drink 'em out of purple showers till they're covered up with flowers in a wine dictator dream. Oh, la la da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da. Talking about you and wine and the wines people drink. Oh, they make Camus Cab now. High alcohol and sweet now. Cross our hearts and we hope to spit now. Because we can't swallow and commit. Neither will we slip Behringer Whites in. A gateway drug to pull newbies in. If you want something litter, then use your head like Anne Boleyn. And the wine people drink now. Wait a minute, look around now and see a yellowtail bulb juice from down under Tangatail. Yeah, boy, I'm lost on the rest of it.
I think you did great, Eric.
Yeah, that worked. Thank you.
I recognize the song. It came back
Yeah.
to me.
I did too.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job.
good job. Thank you. Thank you, Eric.
You are welcome.
Okay,
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
here we are. Where are we? So here's a map of Sonoma's AVAs, and Moon Mountain is this little piece right here. And I got another map that gives it a little bit more detail. So here's Moon Mountain, here's the town of Sonoma, and there's Napa Valley on the other side of the Mayacamas. So this is where we're talking about.
Okay.
And this is what it looks like.
A lot of
So-
grapes up there.
Yeah, there's a few grapes. So Moon Mountain District, western facing slopes of Mayacamas Mountains north of the city of Sonoma. Over 130 years of continuous viticulture and viniculture from the earliest wine producers in Sonoma County, taking skilled advantage of the unique geological and climate conditions of elevated grape growing on the western slopes of the Mayacamas mountain range. First commercial plantings began in the 1880s. Granted AVA status in October 1st. Oh, coming up next Sunday, Sunday, 2013. So almost exactly 10 years ago. How about that?
Wow.
Wow.
Celebrate.
Yeah, we should. Oh, cheers to Moon Mountain. Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
Moon Mountain.
Moon Mountain.
Varied montane, ravine, gorge, and hillside. Shallow, well-drained volcanic soils, dark brown and red, basaltic, ash, and rhyolitic tuff. Elevations range from 400 to 2,200 feet. Latitude, we don't.
Range.
Whatever. Climate is Mediterranean. Let's just skip that one piece. And we're in high 2 and moderate 3 Winkler classification region.
A lot of rain.
Annual rainfall approximately 30 inches. Acres, total acres in the AVA is 17,633, but only 1,500 of actual vineyard acres. Predominant red varieties, Cabernet Sauvignon. Let me try to move this thing so I can read. There it goes. I didn't know I could move that thing around. You don't know what I'm talking about. It's my controls. Also, white is the Chardonnay, but also Zin, Cab Franc, Syrah, Malbec, Merlot, and Pinot Noir. And that's my background. Now you know where I got it from. Oh, we kind of saw this already. Let's see. Is there any new information here? I guess I didn't do that good of a editing. Let's just move on to that. Another shot of the area. Wine styles, meeting of high skilled wine growing and with highly differentiated growing environments in a base of volcanic soils make Moon Mountain AVA a compelling and diverse treasure of fine wine varietals and styles. Long established rootstocks, vineyards, and varietals joined together with newer styles and quite a bit of outright experimentation with what is possible. All this generates the diversity of wine growing styles and collectible vintages prospering on the lands of this AVA. The AVA's warmer climate above the fog line enables complete ripeness in Bordeaux varieties, along with Zinfandel. Acidity levels stay consistent without the valley's wide fluctuating in temperature, and the soils themselves convey an enhanced minerality, as in some areas wine vines grow amidst crushed rock. And more pictures. This is pretty. Challenges and opportunities. Vines are extremely low yielding, producing at roughly half the level of Sonoma County overall. Both bud break and harvest are later than the valley below, providing the grapes a longer time on the vine during the warm months of the year. The fruit is stressed due to the soils, geography, and elevation, with a higher skin to fruit ratio. These low yielding vines deliver fruit with intense concentrated flavors. The slow start to the day, followed by warm afternoons where sugars build, is the signature of these western facing vineyards. Strong integrated tannins focus on the fruit that as it develops in the cellar, making for elegant, long-lasting wines of great distinction. The result is elegant bigness, in the words of Phil Couturi, veteran vineyard operator and winemaker. You can get this out of the way. 80% of what is planted on Moon Mountain is red, and 80% of that is Bordeaux grapes, especially Cab Sauv and Zinfandel. Chardonnay is the major white grape. The AVA also produces Syrah, as well as the desirable Bordeaux varieties of Cab Franc, Malbec, Merlot, and Petit Verdot. And surprisingly, also there is Pinot Noir. How about that? Normally considered suited to a valley floor, yet the southwestern edge of the AVA has vineyards known for producing stunning Pinot Noir. That's pretty
Ooh,
Oh,
wow. That's
stunning.
because of the sun.
Yeah, it's
know how you see that the rows of grapes are not all even there? That's what
Right,
we
that's-
saw in
Yeah.
Mendocino County was hillsides where the grapes were not evenly planted in rows.
Probably
Right.
for rocks or something. I don't know what, but yeah,
I
that
think
was.
I think it's the contours of the land that's causing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. There were some really rugged areas up there.
Yeah.
Either
So,
that or they were drunk when they were laying out the
Yeah.
road.
That's a straight
They were
line.
drinking their wine ahead of time.
So featuring a couple of wineries, Reprise, grape growing on the slopes of Moon Mountain dates back to the 1880s, and the vineyards that now comprise Moon Mountain Vineyard trace their lineage to those early efforts. More than 140 years after the first pioneers arrived here, we remain dedicated to crafting wines of place and purpose. Our team spearheaded efforts for the formation of the Moon Mountain District AVA, demonstrating our commitment to representing the distinctiveness and charm of this special place. Jim Mompates purchased Moon Mountain Vineyard in 2011 to pursue his passion for world-class wines. Jim had fallen in love with the land and set out on a mission to become a steward of the historic property with a multi-generational approach to its preservation. His mission was to continue Moon Mountain Vineyard's legacy of producing world-class wines under a new estate-grown wine label of Reprise. So this is the winery down here, and it looks like a pretty setting there, but the caves look pretty stunning too. Looks like they
Yeah.
do dinners in there.
Oh,
Wouldn't it be awesome for a date to be in that barrel room and have a table there and surprise your date? That looks very romantic.
That
Is that a
does.
hint? Is that a hint, Eric? Pay attention. Pay attention.
I mean, look at the lighting. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So let's check out the next one. Petroni Vineyards. Lorenzo Petroni, founder of Petroni Vineyards, had somehow persuaded the Italian Brunello Consorzio, an organization dedicated to protecting the legal or the regional integrity of this wine, to allow him to use the name on his Moon Mountain Sangiovese. Lorenzo's dream was to produce a California Sangiovese to rival the famed and coveted Brunello di Montalcino from the Tuscan region of Italy. Born in a small village outside of Lucca, he left home at the age of 17 with just a couple of dollars in his pocket and a woman's pantsuit from his mom, who explained that once he found a job, he could find a tailor and took the proper part. On weekends, he and his wife, Maria Elena, loved to escape to the hustle and bustle of the city of Sonoma Valley, which reminded them of Tuscany. It was here he found the perfect piece of land for growing his beloved Sangiovese vines. They acquired the property and spent almost 30 years developing and cultivating the varietal, whose vines were smuggled over in suitcases in Italy. Lorenzo loved the mantra, "It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission." They got a cool little spot here surrounded by their vineyards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another romantic place to be.
Yeah. They got the nice big cave. Then we have the Valley of the Moon or Moon Mountain Winery in the Valley of the Moon. Valley of the Moon is your not so pretentious, everyday, affordable kind of wine. But don't get us wrong, we haven't sacrificed on quality. Our wines pair perfectly with beach picnics, making dinner with your special someone, low-key backyard happy hours with friends, and anything else. Really, these are the wines for anytime, anywhere, and any occasion. We're all about no judgment, a sense of belonging, and making everyone feel like they have a seat at your table. We've handpicked these wines for you, and we can't wait to be here to celebrate your everyday moments.
That's an interesting description.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the end. So next week we will be doing the final AVA of Sonoma, which sounds like it's a repeat because Carneros AVA goes over both Napa and Sonoma, but we'll finish off with the Sonoma side next week.
And I'm finishing it this week.
And you're having
How
it
is
this
it?
week. There you go.
It's
Well,
actually
no,
really good. It is really good.
What
Tell us
is it
again what
again,
you're
Karen?
having, Karen.
Bianca.
That's
Oh,
the
I
one
think
up
I've
on
been
the
up
hill, I
there.
think.
It's up on a hill, right? And there's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking too.
do they have art or something up there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I went there, God, 10 years ago now, probably. But yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been there. Nice.
David, have you actually had any of the Patroni Sangiovese?
I've not.
We bought, when we were together, we bought at Staglin, we bought 2 bottles of the Sangiovese and we really, really liked it a lot. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. I bought some too, but I haven't had it yet.
we bought 2 and I've drank one of them, and actually I contacted them and they said I could order more or whatever, join.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they sent me an offer of allocation. I go,
Yeah, no, I get them every periodically and stuff. So
yeah. They have a release right now, so I
right.
haven't. Love their wines. They're just really expensive.
Yeah, they're very pricey, and the Sangiovese is actually much more reasonable than the other wines. But
Maybe I should get some. Should I get some?
Yeah.
Sure.
I just dropped $300 just to buy some more of the wines coming up from Mendocino.
You want us to twist your arm?
yeah, so that's a lot less than the shipment that I'm picking up on.
I know. So the $300 would be one bottle of Staglin. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, but we went to Round Pond. Remember we went to Round Pond with Francois. Their wines are really very pricey.
Are they?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
The
Speaking of
Washington
pricey,
winery that,
so you just are picking up your wine. We Rubicon just went up in price.
Leonetti.
Say it
What?
again?
Rubicon just went up to $265 for the 2020 vintage. Well, a lot of that is not, it's because of the cost to make it. We only made 2,000 cases of 2020 Rubicon. Oh, the price of goods sold is a lot higher.
Yeah.
In other words, what they're even telling us is if we discount Rubicon, we're actually losing money.
Oh,
Well,
really?
but the club members get a discount.
I know, so we're losing money.
I don't believe that.
But don't they
I don't
I don't
that for
believe it
one second.
either.
You're gonna have to show me the
That's
particulars
BS.
on that. I don't buy that for 1 minute.
At that
I'm
price,
just-
there's no
I'm
way
just
you're
quote-
losing
I'm just
money.
quoting what I was told
Yeah, you heard it on the internet?
in the internet. The internet.
You have to check the salary of that winemaker.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Take it
true.
back to France.
When will be
gonna
the
get.
when will
I'm
be
gonna
the
get
first
as much-
vintage resulting from the new wine cave setup with the individual?
2022.
Okay. Do you think that will also increase price?
I don't well, it never goes down. Let's put it that way. So once it's reached 265, it's not going to go back down next year if the COGS is lower, but we'll see. We're
Liked it
also doing
better at
something.
80.
What?
Back in the day when it was $80, that was much
Yeah.
better deal.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Of course, back then we thought that was high too, but
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
Hey Karen, we're getting this wine for next week. I'm going back to being compliant.
no,
Okay.
I don't want enjoy that.
Well, I am.
Okay.
You'll enjoy it, Sharon. Yeah, it says that it's buttery and vanilla.
You can get some La Rev from
Yeah, we already
Amanda.
have some.
yeah,
Yep.
have some La Rev. That's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. Get some.
we have some Larebs. Yeah, quite a few Larebs.
Oh, there
Domaine
you go.
Carneros.
True.
And, Friday, we're going to Domaine Carneros for one of their tasting experiences called Bites and Bubbles, which we've never done. So we'll
Okay.
see what it's going to be like.
So I did wine tasting 2 weeks ago, I think, in Washington State. That was actually kind of fun.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we all, yeah, with my sister. Then we also did the spirits. So I had some really good bourbon.
And where did you end up going when you were in, let's see, what's the place?
We went to Woodinville.
Woodinville.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
And where'd you
that,
go at Woodinville? Because we've been
the-
to many places there.
Okay, was it the castle? What's it called? The Saint.
Saint Michelle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saint
yeah.
Michelle.
And then we went to one right next to it. I can't remember the name of that one. I have it written down, but I had pictures on Facebook. That way I remember.
So they make bourbon in Washington?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
very, very good. Actually, I thought it
We
was
passed
very
that place.
Huh?
When we were up there, we passed that place, and
I
I
thought up
think
there
it's-
they were big on gin in Oregon and Washington, making
They
gin.
made
They,
their bourbon was really good. In fact, I can compare it with like what is it, the
Probably
Four
an hour.
Roses bourbon?
Oh, yeah, and I'm not a bourbon person, so I don't know.
Okay,
I
my
got a lot of
sister is
bourbon.
my sister isn't either. She wanted the vodka, so okay.
I think Scott's liking that bourbon talk.
It was nice sipping bourbon.
Adam just moved to Renton, Washington, which is,
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know, 30 minutes or so south of Seattle. And it looks like
That's on
Woodinville,
Puget
about
Sound.
30 minutes or north of Seattle. So about an hour away, it looks like.
There's
That's
that's
not-
right on
it's-
Puget Sound. There's a lot of nice seafood restaurants. right
Oh
in that
yes,
area.
great food there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
not
yes.
too far from Bonnie Lake.
No, it's
Ah.
not too far.
We might have to have a Washington get together.
Yeah.
We're in.
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay, I'll do it again. I get to see my dad again.
What's your dad?
Yeah, hopefully next spring we'll get to go.
Yeah, my dad just turned 90.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, he's
that's
doing
good.
and he's doing great, kind of. But I could just tell he's
Yeah.
he's 6'4" and he still kind of walks and yeah, it's good. No, he walks. He still mows his lawns, but he's getting a little slow.
6'4".
He's
Who do
freaking
you
90.
take after?
Actually, it's my
He's getting a little
obviously
slow.
not
He's
me.
freaking 90.
Huh?
I just hope people say I'm getting a little slow when I'm 90, right?
Yeah, well, when
Yeah.
I'm 80, they're gonna be saying that, I'm sure.
Yeah, geez.
He is funny as hell. He was an old Teamster driver, truck driver.
Ah,
So yeah,
6'4". Yeah, Scott's dad drove truck.
yep,
Seems,
yep,
yeah, I get a check from them every month.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked for him too. That's true.
Yep, he did well. He raised 5 of us. He's actually my stepdad, but it's okay.
well, they had a strong
Oh,
union.
well,
They
that
had a strong
explains the
union
6'4"
then,
and the
right?
5'2".
I'm not even 5. I'm not even 5'2".
I was giving you the benefit of a doubt.
If I'm lucky.
He's shorter than I am.
That's why my sister's so much taller than me.
Oh,
okay.
Is
Okay,
it just the
don't have
two
to
of you?
explain. She's your sister.
No, there's 5 of us.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. But my sister and I are very close.
And you're the oldest?
No. I'm the middle child.
You're the middle child.
Catch
So your dad started having kids when he was 16 or what?
No. My dad was, he married my mom with 3 kids.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
He raised me since I was 3. So he's my dad.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I
Yeah.
understand.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys had a good time. It looked like you were having fun.
Yeah, I did.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I've yet to see a picture of Karen that she's not having fun.
She is the party
Doesn't
girl.
exist.
Or where she's at the time. You never know.
I have to, that's why I have pictures, so I remember where I was at.
Yeah, we got to put a tracker on.
Slip one of those Apple trackers on.
We could get one of those chips that they put in the dogs.
Yeah.
It's called the cell phone.
No, these are really
We have
tiny.
those for kids
You won't even
now.
know it's there. We'll get you one next time we're all together. While you're
We'll
sleeping,
slip it in your pocket.
we'll even know.
Yeah, here, swallow this.
So next week, Austin. Then back
Oh,
here for
yeah.
the high school reunion.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm going.
not going.
Oh, you really should. I would love to see you there.
Well,
Ooh,
you
excuse me.
can come over and see me anytime. I'm here.
Okay, well, Maureen will be here.
Okay.
'Cause
What,
we're-
so that's on,
David, do you still have her wine?
I still have Karen's wine.
Yeah.
You might as well drink it. She's never
But it's,
coming over.
but wait a minute, when we
Come
go
over.
back to a reunion, it's always the locals who don't show up, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have to admit that I live in the town where I went to high school, and I didn't go to my last reunion, but I was in Jamaica when they had my last reunion.
Oh, okay, all right, you have an excuse.
I think
missed
it's.
that
We
one.
didn't go to
uh,
our last one because
the
it was
first
when is it?
COVID season.
Is it? When is it, Karen? The
The 8th.
8th. Okay.
Well,
think
you
I'm
know
busy.
what?
I think I'm
You guys
busy.
can come, you can come and come, Maureen and I got a suite.
Okay. Oh, in Livermore.
Yeah, in Livermore.
That's on a Saturday night, right?
No, it's Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I have no excuse. But I
No
might-
excuses. You can come and drink with
There you
us.
go.
I think and now-
You in the suite for 2 days or just the 1 day?
It's just 1 day. It's just 1 day, so I figured, okay.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah,
I,
my class reunion was 2 weeks ago. I didn't go. I didn't have any interest in going.
well, I figured this is a really big one.
Why is it really big?
50 years.
I missed a
Like,
cousin's
yeah,
wedding in
it's
order
here.
to attend one of my class reunions.
Was it worth it?
Wow, that's impressive. Did you have
Well,
fun?
I helped organize it, so.
Yeah,
that was
'cause
the reason. And
Elaine
the
went.
cousin's wedding was out of state, so.
No.
I don't think my kids have gone to any class reunions.
I don't think so.
I've gone to mine. We had our 10th and we had our 20th in 2019.
We have them every 5.
Mine's much more.
What do you mean?
The first one we went to was our 20th.
I went to a lot of them. I didn't go to the last one.
Then we went to the 25th, which was too soon.
See everybody.
Yeah, we decided we should wait a little
We've
longer.
had one
30th,
every
and then we
5
did the
years.
50th.
I went to all of mine except for this last one, and I planned several of them. I mean,
Right?
it got really annoying planning it, doing all this work, and then charging money, and then people would show up and not pay.
Ooh, how rude.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Same people every year, every
Yeah.
time, just like,
Oh,
I don't know,
that's annoying.
what's your problem?
Yeah, they act like,
Yeah,
they can afford it. It's like, save $5 every, year and, or $10 every year. And then
Well,
you
we
have
have- our class has a fund so that if people let us know that they can't afford it, we'll help them out. So there's absolutely no excuse. These people are just assholes. They just want to show up.
Right.
There's a few of those around. We all
Yeah.
have them in class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Maureen, how's she doing, Karen?
You know, I haven't talked,
I think okay. I really haven't talked to her much because I've been so busy, but I'll catch up this week.
Yeah, I just wondered with
Yeah,
her
didn't-
back.
Yeah, what did she hurt something? I
Her
can't.
back.
Her back.
She's taking care of her husband too, right? And you know, that
That's a lot of work.
a lot of work for your back.
Yeah. Yeah, I really haven't talked much to her, but I will catch up and I'm
And
sure
she
we'll catch
just
up.
she just opened a salon with somebody else.
Yeah. And then hurt her back. Yep. Yeah. So now like I said, she called me, but I think I was in the middle of taking care of 3 kids, so I didn't have much time to talk. My 3-year-old is a handful.
40 days on strike.
Well, we enjoyed
I
seeing
can-
your
I can
baking
imagine.
experiences.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my granddaughter loves to bake.
Oh, that's nice.
I love it.
She was
But it just,
she was eating the frosting. I made the homemade frosting even. Oh my God, I've never done this. I usually get out of a jar. So I made homemade buttercream frosting. She's sitting there eating it. I'm going,
Oh, it's so good.
that's exactly what she said. I can't help myself. It's too delicious. I said, okay. But then she's eating and then putting it on the cupcake. I said, you know what? If it was my kids, I probably would have had a tizzy fit. When your granddaughter's doing it, when your granddaughter's doing it, whatever you want. Yeah. Whatever you want.
I love that 3-year-old, delicious.
Our
Oh,
our
God.
grand-
That was a
Grandkids.
6 no, she's 6.
Oh.
She's 6. Yeah. I just can't help myself. It's too delicious. I said, okay.
That is too funny.
And then was she running around the house like a crazy person afterwards because of all the sugar?
They all do.
See, we drop the grandkids off at their parents' house, and then they call us up. Did you feed them sugar? No. And then
Well,
Yes, we
no.
I mean, they only have 10
did.
cupcakes.
No, when I was there, they actually took off to Monterey. Cause my son had a business, some work to do down there, and his customer, that's why I got the Monterey wine. He brought this nice bottle of wine. He goes, Mom, do you want this?
Wine.
You want this wine? I said, yeah.
There's nothing in there we can throw out.
It's my
Babies-
favorite babysitting.
Yeah, babysitting fee.
Yeah, we get those every now and then.
Uh-huh. But they were able to get away for the whole day. I was going
Yeah, we
crazy.
did a lot of date night babysitting, but our grandkids are not,
Past that
they're
now.
past that. I mean, there were 4 within almost 3 years. So,
Oh,
Wow.
Mhm.
but when they used to come and we used to bake things, they used to count the number of stirs that they each got. You know,
Oh.
they each got to stir for 20 stirs, and they'd all be counting.
Funny.
He would be counting how many stirs until he had to be done. Or till he
Yeah.
I tell you, we were at a dinner once where the guy was making
Want
polenta,
anybody?
Yeah.
and he wanted people to come in and stir it. And he had
Oh.
been stirring it for like an hour,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
and it was so good, but he wanted me to stir it. I did about 5. I go, no, that's enough. It's thick, and oh my gosh, all the work that goes into that.
So I found a really easy way of doing polenta, because otherwise you're stirring it for a very long time.
But it's so much better that way when it's stirred. Like,
Well, but there's another way of doing it. I won't tell
well,
you.
I know there is. I know.
Well, how?
I won't tell you.
What is it? I want to know.
That's- No, never mind.
Use a Cuisinart.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
You have to
Put it in
no, I
KitchenAid and-
know.
KitchenAid.
So, and also is polenta like risotto?
No, it's polenta is
But it's, you stir it.
like
Yeah.
cornmeal. It's cornmeal.
Yeah,
You have to
no.
stir it so it doesn't stick and burn and all that stuff.
Machines are fine, but the
I could. Never mind. I won't tell you. It's
See,
dumb.
now
See, now you've teased it.
Oh
You
my
have
God,
to
he's
tell
not
us.
gonna-
I know
You
it's.
have
I'm gonna
to
just
tell.
tease you. And I showed it to my mom, who my mom's Italian and was Italian. So I showed it to her. She goes, "Oh, this is so much easier." So she started doing it too.
Did you make it up?
No, I
So
found it.
you put it in an inner tube and then just roll it down the hill. Just keep rolling.
Just bake it, right?
But you have to have it on. You have to have it on heat, so the whole time. So you can't use a Cuisinart or
Like a KitchenAid or, yeah.
Aid or whatever. I'm not gonna tell you.
They don't, we don't
I
want to
don't
know.
want, I don't want, you don't want to know. Just,
It probably
just keep
doesn't
on-
taste good anyway, so I'm not gonna,
just keep on stirring it for an hour. You're fine.
I don't make it. I don't make it. This was at a,
Oh, you might make it if you knew the secret.
I might, or I could just go to this guy's house and have him make it for me.
Right?
That's what I do.
He's very Italian.
So when you eat polenta, do you like to have it soft right after it cooked, or do you like to have it cooled and then fried later, cut up in squares and fried? Which
I like to have it straight from the pot.
So I
like
like
the
creamy
fried-
polenta,
Yeah, I don't like the
yeah,
fried
creamy.
stuff. This doesn't.
but Bill likes to grill it.
Grilling it is the best way to go. It's really good.
Yeah,
Just add some rosemary and stuff to it and put it out on the grill. Just
I've had
really
it.
improves the flavor.
I've had where I add basil to it, so it's
Yeah.
That would be good
Do
too.
both, yeah.
Greg's dad, my Uncle Herman, he
uh-huh.
would, my grandmother, he wouldn't want a cake for his birthday. He wanted polenta.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she'd pour it out on a cloth on the table, let it set up. They put candles in it. Then she would cut it with the yarn string.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Sounds good.
Cool.
she'd put sauce on it and,
I like it with sauce.
sausage. Yeah,
My favorite way of having polenta is make the polenta, bake a really nice chicken cacciatore and put the chicken and the sauce on top of the polenta. Oh,
oh,
my favorite.
Well,
Sounds-
this was at a wild game feed, so we were having duck and
Pellets in it.
and
okay, what?
and venison and elk and
Sounds good.
all wild.
That sound good.
The
Yeah, there's
ammunition,
the buckshot. gets in it.
buckshot that.
Yeah.
But how about
So it was-
Linda with your sauce that your red sauce, your marinara sauce, like for your.
Yeah, you like marinara
Oh, yeah.
sauce
Yeah,
on that.
marinara sauce is good on it.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
high quality Parmesan grated on top is
Ooh,
cool.
okay, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know. I still got one more weekend. I got still one more week of my keto challenge, so oops, can't do it.
Yeah. see.
How long were you guys at the lake, Jenny?
We're heading home on Thursday.
Nice to get, and how much longer do you have before you go back to work?
I go back on October 9th. I was supposed to go back about a week ago, but I extended it a little bit longer. Just wanted a little more time.
Nice.
That's good.
Yes,
It's gonna be different.
No,
definitely.
I think I'm not quite, I'm sort of in denial right now that I'm going back to work. I'm not quite ready. It'll hit me as it gets a little closer.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see my coworkers and everything again. I really like the people I work with. And so
That's
That's
good.
good.
Yeah.
Helps a lot.
Are you able?
I remember taking our youngest to the babysitter, and I thought, oh dear, she's so perfect. What's going to happen? And then she loved the babysitter, and it was kind of like, oh shit, I'm going to take her back for the summer. I hope I don't ruin her.
in answer to your question, Nan, yes, sort of. So in the fall, it's more quiet at work. And so we're able to work from home some days and go in. So it'll probably be like in work, in the office 2 days and at home 3 days. So but
Oh,
then come
nice.
January, I'll be back
That's-
like full time in the office.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So grandma and grandpa are going to help during that time because I don't have her in daycare quite yet. They don't have openings.
Although you're in Davis, where there's more daycare options than the
Any
rest of
place
the
else in the
universe, I
world,
think.
True, but I'm actually trying to get her in Sacramento. There's a daycare. It's 2 blocks from the Capitol, and it's like literally right across the street from my parking garage.
Cool.
And they have they're in the Secretary of State's building, but they do also reciprocity with the Senate, and so we get the Secretary of State discount.
Nice.
So I'm hoping that all of that works out for me.
Nice.
Yeah. That'll be nice just to have her right there. I mean, it's just like a 5 or 10 minute walk, and I could, yeah.
Does the Registry of Charitable Trusts have an office near there too?
I don't know.
Department?
The Attorney General?
The Attorney General has an office down there. And they have a daycare too. One of my friends works there, and her daughter is like a year and a half older than mine. So we talk.
Good.
We have to file things for the for raffles.
Are you sure that's not through Secretary of State building?
I don't know. I mail it off, so it's the Attorney General
Okay.
or the Registry of Charitable Trusts that I have to. And then we have filings every year with them too. So.
The Register of Charity Trust, you write the check to the Justice Department.
Right, Department of Justice. Yeah, but you have to register if you're going to do a raffle in California. You have to register the raffles, otherwise they're illegal. And basically, raffles are illegal in California.
So
Yes, and the rule is that you can hold a raffle if you register it and you let them know because it's gambling. But 90% of the money that you collect has to be used in your charitable purpose. So you can't have like these 50-50 raffles, they're all illegal.
Do people know that?
No,
recently.
they don't know that. Except there's one exception though, that the Sharks have an exception that they can, because they hold a 50-50 raffle at their game. So they have somehow they got an exception with the charitable trusts.
We were going to tell you that, we're very bad about we're procrastinators about doing our taxes. We've been doing them ourselves for years and years. We finally filed them maybe a month ago. We got our federal federal refund back in a week, and we got our state refund within about 3 weeks. So,
yeah, that's pretty impressive because everyone's been waiting to the last minute because this whole state of California has an extension right until October.
Right. No, we did it because it was when we were having COVID and we didn't have anything else to do. We decided, we should do our taxes finally. And then we were very impressed with how fast the refunds came in.
Do you have them automatically deposited or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
Only way to go. So nice.
yeah.
I have people that, well, I don't want to do it electronically. I don't want to, because then they'll have my bank account number and all this stuff. I go,
Like they don't?
if you write a check to them, they have all the same information as if you filed it electronically.
Exactly.
Oh, really? Go, well, yeah, it's all on your check.
It's on your check.
And you get your money that much faster.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the fastest we've ever done.
And you save a stamp.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Save that.
That's
I think over the next few weeks, it's going to be inundated with people. Of course, most people that are filing now have to pay, right? So they're waiting to pay.
Right.
Yeah, we're stupid. We just
Up to a few years ago. Up to a few years ago, Sue was paying all of our bills by check and mailing it in, and I said, let's just get rid of that. The only thing we have to, and we could probably, there's a way of doing it anyway, but we pay our credit card by check, and everything else is automatically taken care of. We don't have to. I don't have to think about it.
Hopefully it's on a credit card, you get points for something.
Yeah, so we get points for our airfare, so we fly up, see the kids.
We
I don't know if I told you what the tickets I bought for Washington State this last time. I paid $41.
Nice.
You manage that.
It was it was like 40% off sale one day, and I said, where do I want to go? That's when I bought all these tickets. So I bought it for when I went up to Washington. It was $41, and it was $44 coming home.
Wow.
Southwest sends you an email and you better open it. Don't just ignore it.
Definitely, because we're going to Austin, and I got those round trip for less than $200.
Round trip to where?
Southwest Fair is
Austin?
in San Diego.
And there's no stopovers, it's just direct?
Yeah, to Austin, yeah.
Yeah.
There was it was direct to Washington.
Oh, right.
Right, it was only an hour, 10 minutes or something to Portland.
That's really good because back when I used to go to Austin all the time for cousin, it was 300 and something.
Yeah, that's why I bought all these. That's why I did so many trips this summer. It's because the tickets were cheap. I said, where do I want to go?
Yeah, I don't think, I'm not sure that that's happening anymore from what
Yeah, it is.
what I've been reading, that they're starting to raise the prices.
Doesn't matter.
because they get,
Southwest.
That's because it's holiday season.
well,
But you also, so Bill saw that there were $39 fares
29.
for San Diego, where
Okay.
our granddaughter is going to school. So going there, you could only go on a Tuesday for that price, and coming back, you can go for a Wednesday. So next week, we're going to San Diego on Wednesday or Tuesday and coming back on Wednesday.
That's why I've been gone for a couple of weeks because I've been flying on Tuesday.
We'll try to take our wine and maybe hook in with you guys. but I
We'll
don't know
see,
if it'll
we'll
work out or
see.
not.
It was
We'll
too
see
hard
about
with
next
grandkids.
Tuesday.
It was too hard with the grandkids and my sister.
yeah, you have to check the bag, right, if you're gonna take the wine, right?
That's what he said. He has
Yeah.
to check a bag. But I said, that's okay, because we leave early in the morning. Our granddaughter is not going to want to see us before 9 o'clock. So we can
That's
check
for
a
sure.
bag and get the
But
rental
it
car.
spoils the integrity of the wine, getting all shook up in the.
That can be true.
We'll let you know.
And it's
No, I
and
did
the luggage is free.
Yes, it
Right.
is.
On Southwest, yeah. And even if you fly with wine on Alaska, it's free.
Yeah,
Really?
Right.
The flight's
Well,
free
a
if you fly
case.
with
You can
wine?
take a
take
case.
the case.
You can take a case on Alaska.
Yeah. So I have my wine suitcase, and so when I go up next month, I'll have one side with 6 bottles and the other side with my clothes. Check it in.
We just did, got a wine box when we traveled to East Coast. We
Huh?
flew Alaska. Actually, it was Alaska partner to Boston.
Right.
But we took a whole case of wine in a box,
No
a
styrofoam.
wine
Yeah.
box.
Yeah. It works.
So that's perfect, Karen. That's perfect.
Yeah, better.
Yeah.
I know, it's driving me crazy.
Oh.
no.
You moved.
Okay. I know the sun is setting weird.
Yep.
It rained a little bit this morning at our place.
Yeah. And I guess
Really?
Here too.
Washington is raining like crazy, my sister said.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it was supposed to rain all week or something.
Yeah, When I was there, 2 weeks ago, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Like low 80s,
Wow.
which is unusual for Washington.
Yep.
Yeah. That's hot for Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is hot. Okay, shall we wrap things up?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should.
Time to
See
cook.
you next week, maybe.
Put a bow on it.
Yeah.
But otherwise.
Fun on your
the
trip,
week
you
after.
guys.
Have
Yeah.
fun.
Have fun.
Yeah, or a quick little trip.
Quick little trip.
All right. Well, I'll see some of you next week. I'm here. We have our last Sonoma AVA Carnero.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
very good.
And then we'll get into Mendocino. Mendocino's kind of sketchy. And then, so we're skipping Lake. I know you're up at Lake right now. I know it's gotten a lot bigger. Unless you guys want to do Lake, then we can do Lake. Anyone want to do Lake?
You know, it's
Sure.
got some fun. It's got some fun
Got some good
wineries.
wine. And fun
Yeah.
memories, both.
Do you guys want to do
Oh
lake?
yeah, there's only a handful.
But there is a handful.
So let's have a show of hands. Who wants to do lake? Or just go, you want to?
You do lake.
Okay, I guess we're doing lake.
Okay,
Okay, we'll do lake at the beginning in January. I'll post the AVAs and
okay.
possible wineries.
Hey,
And so while you're up there, Jenny, go up and buy a bunch of wine.
I know. Like, do we have time to do that?
Cause
So
she's
when my mom used to live in Kelseyville, there was only like, well, Kendall Jackson started in Lakeport, but then they don't have a tasting room there anymore. And Kelseyville had one winery, and there was one in Lower Lake, and that was it. But now there's a
Yeah.
lot of vineyard area that was developed,
One-
and the Red Hills, and
The
that's
stuff.
Oh, Brassfield.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brassfield is nice, actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah.
Don't like the Brassfield person.
Well, I don't like the Brassfield history actually, but that's okay.
The, so where was I the other day that I heard, like in Paso Robles, there's now over like 200 wineries down there?
I believe it.
That-
I
There's
believe it.
there's a down there too. There's about a half a dozen AVAs in
Yeah,
Paso Robles.
yeah.
Moving back roads there every
I mean,
half
not a half a
mile.
dozen. There is a dozen AVAs in Paso Robles.
Yeah.
It's big. Okay, well,
Okay.
if we do Lake County, good luck to Nan and Scott if you can get
Thanks.
wines from Lake County.
that's all right. I got plenty other that I can do rogue, so we're
Yeah,
good.
you-
Okay.
go-
You
go
could be
get your wine.
non-compliant.
Yeah.
You could be non-compliant.
Now I'm gonna have
I
to
can
look
be-
up the
I can be
AVAs.
easy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then after we get into Lake, then you could tell me if you want to do Santa Cruz Mountains too, because that's another one we were gonna skip.
Well,
How about-
we want to
about
do Santa Cruz
Sonoma?
Mountains.
You did.
How
No,
about,
no, you
Okay, we'll do
still-
Santa Cruz Mountains too, and then we'll go. So we're not gonna do Lodi. We're
how
not gonna
about
do,
Suisun?
Yeah, Suisun's a
Oh.
cute little area.
I used to live in Suisun.
it's too
Really?
soon for that.
All right.
Yeah,
All
okay.
Good night.
All right, good night, everyone.
Bye,
All right,
See you next
Bye.
week.
next
Bye.
week. Bye-bye.